location today. I'm in my living room because no one's home and I can film somewhere differently for once in my life. Anyways, today I wanted to film what's in my student teacher bag. It's kind of deconstructed right now because I'm obviously not on campus, so I'm obviously not consistently student teaching, but I pulled all the things that I had on hand, I pulled my bag out, and I will obviously talk to you and link the things that I can find down below. But I'll talk to you about the things I have and the things I don't currently have with me. So I use my regular backpack as my student teacher bag. It's just like a JanSport black bag. And this is because I usually had to carry my laptop with me, and no bag that I had other than my backpack could fit my laptop. So I just stuck with my backpack. I know some of my roommates used a backpack, but a little bit smaller one, like one of those fashion backpacks. But they also went to elementary school where they didn't really have to use any of their technology. So it just depends where you're placed. I like that backpack so much though because it's very lightweight and simple. Whatever bag you get, you want to make sure it's comfortable, you want to make sure it's lightweight, and you want to make sure it has enough space to fit everything you want to put in it, obviously. Next thing I brought, which I really wanted to implement in my student teaching, but didn't know if I actually would, was this journal. So you see a lot of nurses and nursing students carrying around little composition books to write notes, to write whatever. And I really liked that idea, and I really wanted to keep a hold of tangible observation notes as I went through my intern experience. So I got this small 5-star notebook, and throughout the entire year, I was able to write all of my notes down in this. And honestly, it was a good excuse too sometimes, because you might find yourself, depending on your mentor teacher, having a lot of downtime and just sitting around waiting for them to give you something to do, or maybe it's a planning period and you don't have homework to do. So having a tangible, like a physical observation notebook is really good because you can sit there and write notes, and there's always something you can add to it, and they're easy to just whip out and write down, versus if you're not able to have your computer with you, and you obviously can't have it out all the time anyways, and you obviously don't want to pull your phone out while you're interning. So great, I was gonna say great investment. It's like probably $1, but really good thing to have with you on hand, and it's completely filled up with notes. The next thing I brought was either a power cube, like a phone power cube and charger, or a battery, a portable battery. So this one is not exactly the one I use. This is my dad's. I don't know where mine is. You're not going to really use your phone at internship, honestly, but there's always instances where you might need to charge it, or another teacher might need to charge it, or maybe you're on a field trip day. I remember in high school when I had my internship, I was able to go on a field trip with the kids and my mentor teacher. And so you're always on your phone in that instance because you're a chaperone, so you always have to be connected to other people. So no matter what the instance is, for me, it's always to be safe than sorry. It's always better to be safe than sorry. And that means carrying a battery, carrying a charger, anything like that. It's worth it to me. I mean, this one's a little heavy because it's like industrial strength, but they sell ones that are cheap that work perfectly fine. The next thing I have is this little makeup bag. The makeup bag itself is from Lisa Eldridge, and she sells like lipsticks and stuff. But I like it because it's a nice small size. It doesn't take up much room in my internship bag. So number 1, pen. Obviously, you want to get a pen, a pencil. You're in a classroom, so they have them, but it's always good just to have them in case. Then I have lens wipes for my glasses. Most of the time I'm at internship, I will be wearing my contacts, because especially this past year, we've had to wear masks, obviously, and wearing glasses with masks is kind of annoying. And also you talk a lot, so they fog. So anyways, but just in case, glasses wipes. They're also good for tech. Anyways, and I have these Shout Wipe and Go wipes. They're like little portable stain removers. They're similar to, is it Tide that makes the Tide pens? Is that what that is? But these are just wipe forms. They were cheaper, and to me, they worked perfectly fine. I assume they work just as well as the Tide pen. Next thing I have, hand sanitizer, obviously. I'm sorry about my voice, by the way. I don't know if it sounds weird to you, but it sounds weird as it's rattling around in my head. I don't know. I have like a bit of a stuffy nose, so. Next thing we have, which is probably a little bit more of a me thing than anyone else, I have a little pack of Rolaids. So fun fact about me, I have acid reflux occasionally. Most of the time, it doesn't occur during the day, but it will sometimes, depending on what I eat and if I have a pair of pants that's like pushing on my diaphragm, I don't know. But, so just in case, better safe than sorry, I have a little pack, a travel pack of Rolaids, and obviously it's closed, so I haven't had to use it. But if you never had acid reflux, the worst thing in the world is to have acid reflux and not have an antacid near you, and you just have to deal with it. Next thing I have, a hair scrunchie. Usually I have a hair scrunchie, a hair tie, and like a little hair clip. But I must have eaten those. I don't know where they went. I just have the scrunchie in there for now. Oh, I found the little hair clip. This I usually use for my bangs. Now moving on to the actual makeup part of this makeup bag. I put a few little makeup things in here just to freshen up, or in case I didn't have time in the morning so I can sit in my car and do it. But, so, first thing we have, there's this e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. It's in this kind of brownie burgundy color. And for that, I like to line my lash line with this because it kind of makes my eyes more defined and it makes it look more finished. Makes my eyes look more finished, especially on those days that I didn't really have time to do my makeup. It makes me look like I put more effort and time into my makeup than I obviously did, as well as the fact that I don't need a brush to use it. Then I have this lipstick from Revlon, which I used constantly, probably since middle school. And I mean, this is a different tube, obviously. I've gone through like 3 or 4 of these. It's nice to have. It's a nude color. I can apply this even without a mirror. And it just makes you look done and prepped. And then the last bit of makeup I have is this very tiny, I just put this in recently, actually. But I have this very, very tiny Rare Beauty blush sample. And I wanted, because I don't have any base products in here, obviously. I don't have foundation, I don't have concealer. I wanted to do something that made me look a little bit more put together. And I have this little blush sample. It's very convenient, simple to swipe on. It's got a little applicator thing, I don't know. So yeah, that's in there too. And the last 2 things I put in here are beauty related, but not makeup related. So this first one is just chapstick. It's just Vaseline chapstick. And then the last thing I have is this Nest perfume. I think it's called Indigo or something. I have a bunch of little tiny perfume samples, so I'll switch these out sometimes, but I like to put on a perfume before I leave for internship. Sometimes I'll forget, or sometimes, I mean, we work in schools. Schools are gross, they smell, so it's a good way to just freshen up. Maybe afterwards, after school, you have to go run errands. It's nice to have. Maybe you just forgot to put it on in the morning. Regardless, I like it. It's nice to have. So I just found these in the bag, actually, but they work perfectly great for this video, too. So I have a little package of tissues, obviously, just in case. I have a package of flushable wipes. I obviously wouldn't flush them, but, you know, lunch, something sticky, flushable wipes. And then specifically for this past school year, I have an extra package of masks because I cannot tell you the amount of times I left my apartment and forgot a mask. So what do you put in your student teacher or even teacher bag? I would love to know. And thank you for watching. I will put all of the things that I can find down in the description below, and also some other recommendations that I might have. As a thank you for making it to the end of this video, here is a clip of my cat, literally just staring at the wall. This isn't a picture, I swear, you know? Here's my hand. She just literally is staring at the wall. I don't know.